to the last pieces of the puzzle. This is the top of the box. I haven't looked at it since I got it. This is the puzzle that I've been working on without you because I've had to work on it in very small increments because it has been cold. Today, it is warmer, it is sunny, and it has snowed. So it is very much like a magical winter wonderland outside. And these last pieces, like all the colors are jumbled. I'm gonna show you better up close, I hope, when I'm done, but I'm just trying everything everywhere because all the colors are so jumbled. But yeah, yesterday I spent several occasions outside, like shoveling snow. It was great. Today it's less great because it's so much snow that I can't get my car out. My neighbor that is supposed to use his tractor and shovel the road haven't shoveled it yet. So currently, yeah, I could do a lot of shoveling of the road and get out, but luckily I don't have the need for that. So, you know, it's not all bad. Not all bad. But I did enjoy shoveling the snow yesterday, but I think I don't remember what we talked about last time because I am a bit of a goldfish or something like that. My memory is not always the best. So, I think I was telling you about the shelves that I'm gonna have eventually in this room that I'm gonna build myself because I can't seem to be able to find exactly what I want. Or I might find similar things, but not the exact thing that I want. So I decided a while back to build them. And to do that, I had to figure out exactly what I wanted. So I have a whiteboard. You can barely see it. Like, which direction am I pointing? You barely see it there. So, but I kind of drew it out badly because I'm not good at drawing. Even if it were to try to help save my life or something, I probably would not be able to do it very well. Stick figures, love those. Ooh, that went in too. So we have a store here where you can buy like building materials and painting and garden tools and fixing house tools and all that kind of things. And I went there to see if I could get some planks or some, I don't know what you call them in English, but basically some wood pieces so I could build what I want for this space because you can see some of the boxes behind me. They're still on the floor more than a year and a half after I moved in, so things takes time. But I went to that store and asked, and then yeah, behind what I wanted, and then I asked the pricing, and then I was like, oh, okay. Let's just say it was not cheap. It was, I mean, I expected it to be somewhat expensive because they're like the only store around that has stuff like that. And I've already been told by others that it's not the cheapest store, which is fine. I mean, they gotta make a living. I get that. But dang, that was expensive. And then I went to my parents before Christmas, and I went to a similar but different type of store because some of the stores they have there, they are a ton of different things, including the wood material I would need. It was the exact same, like the same width, the same length, the same thickness, the exact same for less than a third of the price. And I was just like, oh, okay, I picked those. The thing is, though, they're long ones. They're 2.4 meters, so they're pretty long. I can't fit them in my car. And I would also need to have them, like, you know, cut to size, which I didn't have a saw to do it. And I finished the puzzle. Yay. Okay, first finish the story about the building material. So I made a deal with my dad because, you know, he's my dad. He loves doing stuff. Not just that he loves doing stuff for me, he just loves doing stuff. He's not very good at sitting still and doing nothing. None of the people in my family really are. So I made a deal with him that he would go to that store that I visited that had what I need for less than a third of the price. He would buy the amounts that I needed, and then he would cut it because he has a big saw that he can easily use to cut the pieces to size. So he would also cut them for me, because when I cut, it's not like in a good angle. Sometimes it's a little on the side. I mean, I made a few boxes that were supposed to like be nice, but they were like tilted. So to avoid that, or at least try to avoid that, my dad agreed to both buy them and cut them to size. I do not have them here because I have not been home at my parents' since Christmas, and they have not been here. I don't know the next time I'm going there or they're coming here, so I don't know when I'm gonna get the material, but it's happening. It's happening, which means when I get it, whether I go there to get it or they bring it here next time they're here, what I will need to do is just put the pieces together, but, you know, like make sure they're not tilted, but like actually straight. That would be good, because shelves and cabinets and it's good that they're like good angles, or the angles that they're supposed to have. But yeah, I am one step closer to having a piece of furniture that I make here on this wall, so that I can take a lot of the stuff in the boxes behind here and put on those shelves, so I don't have to have it in the floor anymore in boxes. I am so excited about that. Like, yeah. Also, good news about the puzzle. It apparently had all the pieces and the additional piece that I have no idea where it belongs. Definitely not for this puzzle. Way too different colors. And I'm gonna take you off the tripod, hopefully not cut you off, and I will show you. Let's see if we can make this happen. Okay, first, hi, and here we go. Okay, this is the additional piece. I mean, look at the colors. And look at this. It is pretty. Oh, wait, you're seeing it this way. Hold on. This is not easy. Okay, this is the puzzle. It's very pretty. At first, when I was puzzling down here, and I was like, oh, it's a tree trunk. And then I was like, oh no, it's a statue. No, it's a fountain. A fountain. It's a pretty picture. The flowers were super hard. And the only information I have is that it's a 1,000-piece puzzle. I have a feeling these might mean something, but I have no idea what brand this is or anything. I mean, look at it. Nothing. I don't know why they did this, the people who owned it before me, but they did. So, you know, there is that. It's a pretty puzzle though. And the shelves I was talking about, I'm gonna build them in 3 sections. I'm gonna build this one. This is gonna be like one shelf in the middle, and then it's gonna have doors to open up. So that is like section 1. And then I'm gonna build this. 2 shelves, very simple. And then I'm gonna build this top part here, smaller rooms, because I have a lot of yarn here, in here. I have a lot of yarn downstairs. Oh, that's stuff to fix. I have some yarn here, some yarn here. A lot of different patterns, both books and a lot of other random stuff. So, you know, and I also have a newly made hat. It's very cute. A suitcase full of finished objects, more finished objects, and just a lot of more, a lot more of everything. And some plants, and proof that the room is not, oh no, you can't see it properly. But do you see that? It's not very warm. But look at my winter wonderland outside. It is so pretty. It came within the past 2 days, or basically, it started yesterday morning, and then it snowed through the night. So, yeah, this is the puzzle. I'm finally finished. That has taken quite a while. So the next order of business now, obviously take the puzzle down again. And then, because I don't like having cold toes, I'm gonna take the legs off this table, and then I'm gonna carry the legs and the top downstairs and do a new puzzle, or at least new to me. Technically, it belongs to my parents, this new puzzle I'm gonna do, but this is mine. And I don't know how many times I'm gonna do this, because it was okay, but it's not a favorite. Some of the pieces were, well, worn. I guess you could see it here. Like, they have been a little damaged, some of the pieces, but I mean, when you do that with the box, I mean, who does that? And I'm thinking, I have no idea what happened to the puzzle this piece belongs to, but I'm thinking I might try to give that one back, because I know, or technically my parents got this puzzle to give it to me, but I'm gonna try to give that piece back. So, you know, hopefully it'll be fine. And hopefully I'll get to make that piece of furniture soon, so I can tidy up the room. Because, as I said, there is so much on the floor here. I mean, look at this. So much stuff everywhere. And yes, that suitcase thingy there, that's an old sewing machine. And then my big loom. I really, really like it. I've never used it, so that's gonna be fun at some point. Hopefully not too far in the future, but until then, I need to go outside and shovel some snow. I've shoveled a little bit. You see a little path, oh, there. But I need to shovel more. Not right in this area, because that's kind of my lawn and a pile of what will sort of be firewood, but too much snow on top of that. But yeah, that was today's little chit-chat video, because apparently doing the rest of the puzzle was quicker than I anticipated. So I hope you have enjoyed this, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!